Yeah, we here. Reaching my goals, I do not feel ashamed. I'm a dog, I'm a beast, and I cannot be tamed. I don't do it for fame, it's the love for the game. I go in like I'm trained. I'm prepared for the rain, they amazed. I ain't break from the sticks and stones they threw. Anything that you can do, I can do it better than you. No matter what I do, achieve, still got something to prove. I spent the check on the diamond cross, but still ain't paid my dues. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna cop my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought.
A very warm day outside by Minnesota standards, but then again, it is still summer. Either way, the AC is working just fine at U.S. Bank Stadium in the Twin Cities. It can certainly get loud inside this building, and just a few moments ago when the Vikings were introduced, it was downright shaking in here. They're set for football as the Vikings get ready to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. Now a crease here as he's past the 30.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A run with Jones on 1st down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. 2nd down coming up. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football. Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Mark Hughes. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Following the interception, Cousins. It's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be down at the 35. Gain of 7. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
And 3 at the 35-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Cousins gets this one out wide quickly, and he'll go down at the 28. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on that. They have footballs with no laces. So that as soon as you get the snap, you're just throwing the football. All right? You're not trying to find the laces and grip it a certain way. That takes time. Just get the ball and throw it. So that's how they practice it all the time now, too.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 23 yards on the play. 1st and goal, a chance to convert that early turnover into points. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal. He couldn't quite reach the chalk, but they'll have it at the 1-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5 there as they move closer. It's 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Christian Kirksey came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. The ball mere inches from the white line on 3rd and goal. On play action, Cousins. He gets this one into the hands of Dalvin Cook. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, there certainly was a lot going on that play. Every option in the end zone covered. No place to go with the ball. Had to swing it out to the back. A good job running and getting him tackled in the open field.
Well, all offseason, probably a lot of thought goes into that first drive of week 1. They didn't get the touchdown, but at least they got something.
And what I like about it is that they didn't overthink it. because you're exactly right. A lot goes into the offseason, the preseason to get to that first drive of the regular season. It went right downfield, mission accomplished, points on the board.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double moves.
And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking downfield for Jones. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's just across midfield and down at the 49-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra.
It's caught at the 10. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 49 yards. And the Vikings are going to widen that advantage.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get into the end zone?
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
24-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
That'll be complete to Allen Lazard. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. 16 yards, a 1st down.
1st down, Green Bay.
10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports.
10, Packers nothing.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
No doubt about it. A really nice job there by the defense, not allowing him to get to the perimeter. But that means your defensive ends, your outside linebackers, the guys that you pay big money to sack the quarterback, they also have to have interest in the running game as well. And they did a nice job there, holding the point of attack and not giving ground.
Incomplete on the throwaway. It's 3rd down. And
after an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early, and now it's 4th down.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Here we go on 4th down with Rodgers. Got a man, it's Tanyan complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Hey, nothing to see here, just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones. And he's got room. And he gets this this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. The first red zone opportunity now for the Packers. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Rolling to his left. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Hey, normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. But he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
This Minnesota D up to the task on the 3rd down pass play.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time on 3rd down.
And the 13-year man puts it through. And they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. So the field goal there caps what winds up to be an 11-play drive.
Well, partner, that's a lot of offense to run there to only get 3 points. So I just wonder, are they going to recycle those plays because they were successful in getting 3? Or do you go to another section of the playbook trying to find ones that get you into the end zone, get you 6?
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
10 at the 36-yard line.
From the gun, it's a give to Cook. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. They get 14 there. 1st down, Vikings. But Dalvin Cook's best game of 2019 came against these Packers. It was in Week 2 early in the season, but he had 154 yards and a touchdown on the ground for his Vikings. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Rashawn Gary. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
Brings up 2nd down.
On 2nd down, Cook. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. 2nd quarter action, 1:56 remaining. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that is incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin them back. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. Now this throw caught left side, and he is out of bounds inside the 35. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Working from the gun, Rodgers. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Davante Adams, 33 yards. And the Packers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Crosby connects on the extra point, and that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Down 10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. To throw is Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
At the 37-yard line.
From the gun, here's Cousins. Dancing to his left. He's going to take off with it. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
34-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, Cousins. Going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there. And it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. Play action now. Cousins. They'll roll him out right. To the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
Thrown away and in.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the left hash, officially it's called a 51-yard attempt. And Bailey able to knock it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
An incredibly short kick fielded way up there.
Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Eluding the pressure right. Looking deep for Adams. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, we'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the 2nd half. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 right at the 30. He fakes the give here and looks to throw. Looking for Jefferson, but this is intercepted. Picked off at the 38, and he'll return it to the 24-yard line. Not the way you envision things to start out the 3rd quarter. One play and already a turnover.
It's interesting. You and I were talking with the coach, and he talked about how at halftime, as a play caller, he wanted to make sure he got a new script going for the 2nd half, not just the one that he operated off of to start the game. Nowhere on that script did it have that result.
2nd and 7 at the 20.
On 2nd and 7, Rodgers. That is caught inside the 5. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers.
Touchdown.
From 21 yards away. And once again, the Packers, they're back out in front.
The extra point is good.
And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Packers 17. Vikings.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Now, last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Right sideline here is complete. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Cousins gives way to Cook. And this will be taken across midfield and into Green Bay territory.
Dalvin Cook.
They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Well, at the end of all that hitting and hollering, it was a 4-yard run, so the offense is going to go back to huddle and feel pretty good about themselves. Defensively, you have to feel okay because you didn't let it turn into a bigger run, but the goal, shut it down for 2 yards or less. That's when you start to feel good about yourselves.
They go play action. Cousins sliding out of the pocket. He'll run it. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced a ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
A run there with Cook, not going to accomplish much. Call it no gain. 2nd down coming up. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here complete. And this is going to result in another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. 25 yards there on the catch and run. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. That catch good for only a couple. Well, that's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving again.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
At the 5-yard line.
They'll run with Cook. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
On the carry.
Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Play fake. Cousins. He's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. Dalvin Cook there to make the grab. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And his kick is good.
Vikings 20.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
Again, it's Jones. First down and much more here for Jones. And he's into the clear. The 20. Touchdown, Packers.
On the carry.
Aaron Jones, 73 yards. As his guys are able to regain the lead. They erased that deficit pretty quickly, did they not? A 2-play drive.
What do we call that? Short-lived?
Very.
Very short-lived. 2 plays later, they're in the end zone and back out in front. We always talk about drives, don't we? Does 2 plays count as a drive?
Not really, but that second play was so good. I don't care what we call it. It was enjoyable to watch.
Their own 28-yard line.
The Minnesota offense about ready to get this next drive underway. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked up by Jair Alexander.
They'll take over 1st and
Rodgers will bring the Pack up with a 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 49. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. It's a pickup of 6, and that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter. 4 receivers now, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. 2nd down and 4.
20.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. This is caught. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams.
Green Bay.
Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Packers.
Packers 30.
Crosby with the extra point, and that pushes the lead up. Taken at the 15, a short kick.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Dean Lowry. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. And now it's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down and 20.
The Vikings on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This will be 3rd and a mile. Did he hang on to it? He did on the dive. Nice grab. So they get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
Well, that's just simply not right. To make that kind of a catch, that spectacular, and not get a 1st down out of it.
I guess he could put it on his personal highlight reel, however.
Yeah, he'll get the catch, he'll get the yardage, but he doesn't get what he really wants.
Now Cousins on 4th down. Interception thrown by Cousins. Picked up by Jair Alexander. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
Green Bay.
Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 46-yard line.
They'll go again to Jones. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The ball carrier.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Brings up 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. The Packers go for it. Rodgers. He's going to look deep down the field. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Picked up by Anthony Harris. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. And now whistles here and a flag down. Looked like someone got going a little early. Expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Gain of 10 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 46-yard line.
Cousins. Well, this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. The Vikings on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Now Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have the Vikings 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 27 yards there on a very nice 3rd down conversion.
7-yard line.
A 1st down throw for Cousins. And seeing no options, he just tosses this one away, incomplete. Now that'll bring up 2nd down. Got out of the pocket, didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it, live to fight another down.
Buying time to his left. And that'll be incomplete. He was looking for Adam Thielen there, and it's 3rd down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
On 3rd down, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're going to stop him short of the 1st down as he's tackled at about the 21. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Well, that's one part of the equation. Puts them back within 1 score, but I'd be surprised if we don't see an onside kick coming up.
Yeah, I think you're probably right, partner. They've still got the 2 timeouts, but without that 3rd one, they can bleed a lot more clock on you. So how confident are you that the defense can hold them deep? I think you're exactly right. I'd line up and play for the onside kick here.
And now looking at the clock here, they do have 2 timeouts, but even if they force a 3 and out, they're going to have very little time remaining.
So that means they've got to be aggressive and find a way to knock the ball free. They've got to come up with it because they can't just rely, as you noted, on using their timeouts and getting the ball back. They might not have any time to mount an attack, even if they do play it that way. Get the football. That's their mantra.
Now the Vikings will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Gain of a yard brings up
So 2nd and 9, and you'd have to figure just about all 11 probably crashing the line here. They'll keep it on the ground. Jones, and they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere.
And line of scrimmage.
That time they're able to bottle him up, but he's having a really nice game.
I agree with that. Let's just go big picture, right? Every back that's in the Hall of Fame had carries where they didn't gain yardage or they lost yardage, but you stick with them, don't you? When they're having a good game, keep feeding them.
Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. So 3rd down, they need to get to the 28 for a first. Now Jones. And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the first down. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
2 yards on the play. Brings up 4th down. Today's final score, Packers.
No, but I'm on this every